Hello! Getting this stream up just so people know that I am here, and it is the right time. Though we're going to take like 1 minute so that I can go refill my water bottle, because it is important to stay hydrated while streaming. So I will be back in just a bit, but yeah, this is here. We're going to get started very soon. Prowlers are 100% allowed. There is no reason to disallow them. Also, hello! Just gonna go ahead and get the official room title going. And everyone gets to enter a passcode. We're doing a Academy Hub just so that anyone can join. And now for the passcode. 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's the thing about Prowlers. They are just as effective as Hunters if built and played right. It does take some effort to build and play them to the point where they can match Hunters. But like, even if they're not built to match Hunters, they're still more survivable. It all comes out in the wash in my eyes. Missing. Oh, I'm low on trank bombs. That'll do for now. There. Forgot that it helps to actually have the hub ID out and available. So yeah, here it is. All right. So I see we have several people in here. Yes, Kratos, I am streaming from the US. We are going to be rotating the hunters every once in a while, so if you're not in right now, don't worry about it. You'll still have chances. All right, slots open. Passcode 4567. So, someone should be able to join in this empty slot. Oh, there it is. All right, looks like Copper is the official quest poster of this set of hunters. Which means that Copper also gets to be the one to choose what level of gear we bring. So, do you want us to match your rank or bring our G rank stuff? All right, people. You heard Copper. Time to get low rank equipment. Do I have an equipment set for low rank stuff? This is the closest I got to a low rank equipment set. It's got no damage skills though, so let's just see. Oh, but every single longsword I bring is fully upgraded. So let's get a not fully upgraded weapon. I've got one somewhere, right? Probably not a longsword, but maybe I've got like a switch axe I can use. That isn't a worn switch axe. Hey, fond farewell. That'll work. There we go. I need to change my style and arts. That's a thing. I like aerial switch axe a whole heckin' lot. And if I'm using aerial switch axe, then the only choice is energy charge. Yeah, Wolfkinson, though, pointing out that the set has no damage skills is one of those, it won't take away from the experience of someone else. Because if it did have damage skills, like if it had Handicraft 2 and Tenderizer and Challenger whatever, then that would make the hunt go faster, regardless of what my weapon was. Whereas going in with no damage skills, the armor becomes irrelevant and I can rely on having higher defenses without it harming anyone else's experience. Dang it, playing 3U has made me want to use the select/minus button to open the menu, because that was the only option in 3U, but in GU it's plus to open the menu. So I keep on opening the keyboard instead of the menu. I'm pretty decent at matching people's prances. It's all about knowing when to start. Well, Joe, if you accidentally disliked the stream, there's a way to fix that, and please do it unless it was secretly on purpose. Wow, really? Before I could even move, I got paralyzed. Thanks, Cephalos. Getting used to how the camera functions a little differently than in 3U. There's a lot of things that require getting used to between Monster Hunter games. And yeah, Crab, there is a G-Rank stream planned. It is going to start in a little under 5 hours from now. Basically, we're going to be on this stream for 3 hours, then I'm going to get myself a nice little dinner break. And then when I come back from that, it's time for G-Rank. Man, I also need to remember how aerial switch axe, like, plays. And time for the energy charge, because that is what actually freaking drives aerial switch axe. Aerial switch axe lives and dies on its stamina and its energy. so much I need to get used to again. Yeah, aerial switch axe is crazy fun. I used it for my entire Japanese file for cross and double cross. But yeah, I used Valor Longsword for GU, Adept Longsword for Gen, just because I wanted to try different stuff. Nice crown breaking. The issue is that for the past almost year, actually more than a year, the only switch axes I've played were Iceborne and 3U. And aerial switch axe in this game is very different from either of those. Have fun up there, Akuma. I was kind of expecting to vault all the way over the tail. And that is one limpy mud boy. Don't know why I'm bothering to gather stuff, but whatever. Doesn't hurt. Well, I was here for the kill. Oh, it's so nice going back to a Monster Hunter game where I can just hold A to carve. Always amuses me that you can vault off of your friends. Can't vault off you when you're underground, though. I am so very looking forward to seeing all the ways that Rise expands Switch Axe. All right. Ready and waiting for more. All right, Akma, if you want to bow out, that's fine. So, yeah, another open slot. Password 4567. You know, it is weird to me that Baroth wasn't in Generations, but they added it back with GU. Thousand Scales of Dread sounds like Seregios, doesn't it? That's the wrong button. Yep, that's a Seregios. Do I have... What are you using this? Oh, right. Sushi fish. I was going to say, do I have jerky? But then I remembered there is no jerky to have. At least no reliably obtainable jerky. Had to think for a moment. But yeah, it's sushi fish. There. Now I have, quote, jerky, end quote. Oh yeah, guild cards. Those are things. That's the wrong button. That's always the wrong button. All right. Welcome back, Wolfkin. Oh, never mind. And yes, passcode is 4567. And for all you scammers out there, I will have you know that 4567 is not my PIN number. Though by saying that, I've just eliminated one of the 10,000 potential options. So perhaps I've done them a favor by saying that. Alright, welcome to the session, Kratos. Here, have a guild card. And equip your low-rankiest gear. Or rather, just... Yeah, we're doing high-rank quests, so late low-rank gear or early high-rank gear. Totes fine. Adorable little bunny nurse you got there. Whatever, shouldn't make too much of a difference. Let's go. All right. You heard the man. Let's get that tail. I really like this music that they play when you first get into the dunes. Shame it goes away as soon as you actually aggro a monster. I do love just how much invulnerability you get from aerial vaults. Like, you can time the aerial vault to effectively be a counter. And I love that. Also, I'm going to hold this mount until this thing jumps into the air for the free sparkly. Oops, sorry. There's also some things that the game lets you aerial vault off of that you really shouldn't be able to. Like, if you time it just right, I think it's frame perfect, but if you time it just right, the little lightning bolts that Astalos spits out that zigzag across the ground, you can vault off of those. It is utterly stupid, and I love it. Alright, the tail is got. Now let's go for everything else, because there's no reason not to break everything else. Cats, you can get in there and tickle those toes. I can't exactly hit the toes reliably because all of my moves are vertical and most of them come from above rather than below. So, yeah. Little ones get to tickle the toes. Us big folks, I guess, get to work on the wings now. Oh. I guess he's gonna probably go down before we get many more breaks, but whatever. If you need any egg quests done, oh boy, is this the set for you. Fun fact, egg quests are the only gathering quests where hunters are absolutely better than prowlers. Also, that looked like I killed the Seregios by vaulting off of it. I know that's not what happened, but it's what it looked like happened. Yeah, poor prowlers. Not as fast in egg quests. Their dash doesn't carry them as quickly. And if you get a hunter with pro transporter, yeah. How cool would it be if Rise brought back Gormagala and Frenzied monsters? I think that would be pretty cool. I always liked how the Frenzied status added an extra wrinkle to monsters, because, like, and until you had fought that specific type of monster, you never knew what type of frenzy it would be, like, oops. You didn't know if it was going to be a speed frenzy or a defense frenzy or a power frenzy. And they all at least somewhat change how you have to approach the monster. And I think that's a cool thing, and I would like to see it back. Especially speed frenzies. Those were exciting. Especially because speed frenzies often got new combos. Like, Stygian Zinogre was a speed frenzy, and when it was frenzied, that thing became a combo king. It was able to chain so many different moves together. Yep. Bye, Copper. Well, thanks for joining, Copper. Got another slot open. Any rank is allowed. Preference is for if anyone's low rank or high rank, because this is the slot for them. But I don't care if you're G rank or what. We'll just ask you to duck out if someone who isn't G rank yet wants to join. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan of hyper monsters. I think it's a cool concept, but the fact that they never get tired kind of makes it less fun. There's less of an ebb and flow to the fight. It's just they're enraged basically the whole fight. That's pretty much it. I do like the concept where they've got a specific part of them where the attacks using that part are powered up and also have a slightly slower startup animation. That's a really cool feature for hyper monsters. And also the fact that that part is weaker to damage. It's really cool. They just went too far by removing the stamina mechanic from them entirely. Tempered monsters, they literally just boost the attack numbers and change the texture filter. And that's the only difference for tempered monsters. So tempered monsters, it's not an exciting change. It's just, it changes the attack numbers, and that's it. It doesn't even change their health or their defense. Only their attack numbers. But frenzied monsters, those were fun. Lord McSmith, you are not too late to get in on the hunt. The ID is as shown on the screen, and the passcode is 4567. All right, so Joey, Arc-Tempered, that actually is a thing that is more interesting than Tempered. They at least add a few new moves. So, yeah. Though Arc-Tempered is hit and miss depending on which monster it is. Like, AT Lunastra isn't the most fun. But, like, AT Xeno was great fun back in base world. AT Nerg was a challenge. All right, McSmith, you get to make a choice. What level of gear are the rest of us equipping? How do I... There it is. Are we equipping early G-rank stuff, late G-rank stuff, whatever we want? It's all up to you, McSmith. What gear do we bring on the quests that you post? High as we please. You heard it, boys. Equip your best stuff. Yeah, Joey, I'm a fan of AT Xeno. It starts in phase 2, so they get rid of the boring phase 1. And, like, it does more with its lasers. The lasers hurt more. The floor being hot lava is something you actually have to care about. Unless you bring Heat Guard. There's a variety of things that made it real fun in base world, but then Iceborne armor with Heat Guard on armor pieces that are actually good trivializes it again. And McSmith, being the lowest rank here, you get to post the quests. All right, starting off with a Hyper Rathian. Hyper Gold Rathian, specifically. Can't help but feel like this isn't... Or wait, is this a high rank one? That would make more sense if this was a high rank one. No. I guess I just was misremembering what ranks were what. For some reason... Is it Iceborne or what? Because, like, my brain was just like, oh, if it's not at least HR 12, it can't possibly be G rank. I don't remember what rank is what rank in this game. Okay. Gold Lady, she starts over here, doesn't she? Or am I thinking of different game or different monster? No, that's right. She starts in the cave. Right, it's Mizutsune who starts over here. Why was that going to Mizutsune's house? I know why I was doing it. It's so that we could see more of the Misty Peaks, which is still, to this date, aesthetically one of my favorite maps in the franchise. Just this area right here is my aesthetic. It's a river running through a forested mountain. It's gorgeous. I love it. And now to remember how to play Valor Longsword. Ow. Gotta get used to the slow sheaths again. What is this? Also, I ran out of sword juice already. So many Valor sheets. Alright, we're in Valor mode. And now let's unhinge this spirit. So now we can do fun things, like spam our spirit moves. Okay. Need to remember there's a little bit of a delay there. Would have been so cool if I did counter it. Valor Longsword is a joy to play. That's why I played it as my main for GU. Just being able to counter things. It's great. My spirit is no longer unhinged. Bye, lady. And I'm out of Valor mode. Everything has gone wrong. Okay, I was just a little too close there. I miss how quickly you can set down traps in World and Iceborne. I mean, now she's mad, so she's not going to stick in it as long, but at least... Ah, yes, fire that fireball straight into the floor. Yeah, traps still help for restricting movement. Alright, now to unhinge this spirit again. I'm sorry, how did I not get hit there? I was inside the fireball. This lady sure does like flying. Now for the foolproof plan. Still pronounced wrong. So usually sharpening is the foolproof way to get a monster to try and charge you, but I mean, I know they're not programmed specifically to do it, but it often feels like they are. Oh cool, she's limping away from the trap. Well, whatever. Back in my day, Wrathgleam was spelled with 2 E's and no A. Well, that subquest was completed just in time. What you missed, Crab, is we just did a Hyper Gold Rathian. Well, here's the thing, McSmith. We've got some endgame gear sets here, and also there's the little fact that multiplayer quests in this game are scaled for 2 hunters. So whenever you have more than 2 hunters, you're going to have more potential damage output than the quest was designed around. So, Crab, yeah, her mid-air tail flips don't have startup frames per se, but they never come out of nowhere. She'll always, like, they will always either follow her swooping over to you and then waiting a little bit, or they'll follow her just hovering in front of you, not turning for a little bit. They never just come out of nothing. Like, it's not swoop and then immediate tail flip. It's swoop, slight pause, tail flip. And it's never just immediate tail flip from hover. It's hover without turning and facing you, tail flip. Also, she was a hyper monster. Hyper monsters always hit too hard. It's kind of the whole point. So yeah, Crab, she does swoop over and then do it almost immediately, but there are always a couple frames where you can get out of the way. It's never swoop over and then you're already hit. It's swoop over and then a couple frames later you get hit. There's always just enough time to dodge. Just enough. But you gotta be quick on the read. Well, you're not alone in getting hit by that a lot. I've got a friend who it was like his least favorite part of the game is that specific swoop over and tail flip combo. Because, yeah, he was not quick enough on the reads. But if it wasn't dodgeable, then it wouldn't be dodgeable. Like, there are definitely people out there, myself included, who are used to it enough and can read it well enough that we don't get hit by it very often at all. Wait, what? I'm missing a hiring quest? Also, that was a hiring quest, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do it here, right? Because you gotta go to the multiplayer hub for... Right. Apparently I never bothered to do these. Oh, right, because they added them in GU, because prior to GU it was event quests only for Hyper, Gold, and Silver. Got it. And GU is HR 8, or G rank is 8+. Okay. Now I know a whole lot of stuff that I didn't remember before. All right, later, Wolfkinson. Well, now with the knowledge that we can't post G-rank quests in here, but we've got a bunch of G-rank hunters. Oh, can't go there without killing multi. What do we want to do? All right, later, crab. Well, I could make a new room and then just, if someone wants to join who is not G-rank yet, then I can make another room. Or for now, we can do this. Wait, this again? All right, so McSmith, a little thing here. If you just need the one scale and we want to not do the exact same quest multiple times in a row, let's do this. It's going to suck because they're in the arena. But it's an option, and it can get you that scale. I see Matsukami has a, well, I guess that's the zero suit, but it looks like a wetsuit. And the longsword looks like a surfboard. You look like you are ready to go surfing. All right, time to have no fun whatsoever. Okay, at least we can use the gate. All right, we're all here. Come on, stop with the wind. Okay. Freaking wind effects. If we're all on one side with only one wyvern, the button gets pressed. That's two ifs. All right, we just got the gold lady. Right? Can't start hitting R until after I've gotten Valor mode. Valor mode is important. I wasn't facing the proper direction. What are you yelling for, guy? Oh, really? What a jerk. Didn't even see the fence go down, but he just snipes me with a fireball right as I start Unhinged Spirit. Jerk move, Rathalos. Okay, now we've got the Unhinged Spirit we need. That we crave. I got lucky there. I'm stuck here at the wing. That's fine. Wing takes lots of damage. I was so ready to counter that, but no, the freaking floor had to counter it for me. Man, multi-monster arena quests. They are not necessarily pleasant, but they are always exciting. Alright, got this tail. So, something you probably know about me, if you've been watching my Monster Hunter videos on my channel. I really enjoy severing tails. It's a thing. It's the whole reason that I've never mained an impact weapon outside of Freedom Unite. Well, I'm going to get punished for this, but that's fine. Or maybe he's just going to be an idiot and I'm not going to get punished at all. Good job, Silver Rathalos. Fireball. I need to remember that I actually brought flashes. Oh, I'm a blue shark. That is unacceptable. Wow, stingy. They didn't even give first aid med pluses for this. Of course, I remember when Monster Hunter 4 introduced first aid med pluses, and they were pretty much only for rare species. Big mistake, buddy, doing a move that keeps your face pointed in one direction for an extended period of time while you're flying. Wow. Yeah, really missing the ability to dodge in any direction after anything from World and Iceborne. Good flinch. I had faith in you. Definitely. And goodbye, sir. Yeah, I could have gotten rid of the rational mini whetstone, but that would have required, like, forethought. Also, antidotes are cheap, so it doesn't matter anyway. At some point, I really need to actually go about layering some armor over this. Because, like, sure, this set's fine. It's definitely not my favorite aesthetically. I don't even know what is my favorite aesthetically for males. All I know is I need to get something layered over this at some point. So McSmith gets to post one more thing here. And then I think what we'll do is, unless we get someone in chat who wants to join who is low rank or high rank, I'm going to go ahead and go make a G rank lobby. So yes, if you are a low rank or high rank hunter, you have one more hunt to speak up before this goes G rank for a bit. And then if it does go G rank for a bit and you show up, then sure, you can also still join. Calamity. Ooh. Yeah, I'll be fine. Amatsu's a lot more fun to fight with aerial style, but I'll be fine. All right, later, Joey. All right, if anyone wants in for this Amatsu, there's the hub ID. Passcode is 4567. I will give you 2 minutes to join in. And if nobody joins in those 2 minutes, we're going to 3-man this. Welcome back, Wolfkinson. We have got one open slot that people have got a minute and a half to fill before we 3-man this Amatsu here. And then, once the Amatsu is done, if there's nobody who wants to join for low rank or high rank stuff, like nobody who is low rank or high rank, then we're going to make a G rank lobby and do G rank things. Because G rank is included from all ranks. Also, Happy New Year to you, Wolfkinson. And welcome to the hub, Wolfkinson. Happy New Year's, meat sticks. Why, yes, I am a bit of a binder hog. Alright, we're almost in Valor mode. There it is. To see if we can't get a mount on this thing. Bring it down to where weapons can actually hit it with reliability. Oh, right. It's got to be like in the middle of something where it's doing an animation. And it's got to be not that. Why? It bugs me that the default for this game is for the ballista to be facing the direction your character is, whereas in like other games, the default is for the ballista to be facing the direction your camera is. It's one of those things that feels like it shouldn't really change in between games, but it does. Alright, this mount occurs like a million miles up in the air, so there's not a whole lot I can do to fill my gauges. And there's that tail for us. Well, if I just sit here, I don't gotta worry about being sucked up. Holding on to the ballista. Of course, I didn't have to worry to begin with. This is a high rank quest and we've all got G rank here. I really need to remember this fact, not treat this like it's G rank. That means the only break we're missing is face number 2. Or have we broken the face twice? Going up, are we? It always amuses me how, because it targets specifically one player, this move gets harder to avoid the more players there are. But if you know it's not going for you, you can just hold still and watch it happen. It's a really cool move. But the fact that it targets specifically one player does take a lot of the bite out of it. There. The beast is grounded. Yeah, I think Amatsu would be a really good fit for Rise as well. Its armor has the Japanese aesthetic that fits really well with Kamara Village. It's a neat fight that would benefit from having more vertical mobility options, which Rise is giving us. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Amatsu come back. Heck, maybe they could make Amatsu be the reason the flooded forest is so flooded. Alright, so last call. Anyone in chat, low rank or high rank, who wants to get in on this? If not, we're going G rank. Going once. Going twice. And sold. We're going G rank. Well, Ningen Supreme, you are in for an interesting fight. I recommend using aerial style for it. It makes it a lot more fun. And hang on, what ranks is what? I'm going to go ahead and set a minimum hunter rank to 12 just so that we can do G rank. What? Oh, no. Yes. Yeah. Just so that we can do, like, all G rank stuff. Because that'll make it more interesting content, I guess. Though, unfortunately, it will lock some folks out and kind of takes away from this being an all-ranks stream. But if there's someone who wants to join in and who hasn't already hunted with us, or if they are low rank or high rank and have already hunted with us, then they can just say so in chat and we can make a new hub. So yeah, there we go. New hub. HR 12 plus. Passcode is still 4567. Ningen Supreme, if people want to fight a Soul Seer, they are welcome to post it. Or they are welcome to ask me to post it, because, let's see. My Soul Seer... Oh, wow, I've only done the G1 one. I have been slacking on my deviants in this file, specifically because I hunted all the way to the G5s on every single one of them solo for my Japanese game. So yeah, I slacked a little bit on my deviants for this file. Though I certainly wouldn't mind leveling them up. Yeah, McSmith, it is amazing what a difference going from solo to 4-player can make. Hub ID is on screen once again. And it'll stay up until we are full. Yeah, fun fact, soloing deviants up to G5 is a real good way to not want to fight deviants. Like, it makes it very easy to sour yourself on them if you're soloing them from HR1 or from whatever the 1-star for them is all the way up to G5. Password is 4567, Drake Great. Put it in chat because I know that there's less of a delay on chat versus me saying things with my voice. All right, that is one full hub. And just for curiosity, I'm going to look at what quests I have not completed. Well, that sure is a lot of quests, isn't it? So many quests. I could have sworn I had more unfinished quests than just this one, but I guess it's just this one. But it is not my place to post quests during this particular session. I will post them if people ask for them. But yeah, not my place. So here's the deal. Since we are all G rank, all unlocked rank, and all of that, we will post in sequence. So Amatsukami, Jojo, Steel. And then if someone else wants to join, we will have one of you duck out so that they can join in. So Amatsukami, it is your turn to post a quest. Next quest will be Jojo, and then Steel. So, having looked at my quest list and what I haven't done, I have a sneaking suspicion that the G rank only stream will end up being a New Year's deviance. Kratos, everything is allowed. If it is a quest, we can do it. I don't care how many monsters it's got. I don't care about none of that. The only thing you have to be worried about is you only get one post. If we fail it, like legitimately, then we fail it, your post is done. If we fail it because someone intentionally triple carts, that's a different different thing entirely, and that person gets booted from the room. Sound good? I hope so, because that's the rules that I just made up, and we're sticking with it. And that's intentionally triple carts. Like, if they're actually playing and, you know, making attempts to dodge and contribute, that's fine. But if they just walk up to the monster and eat every single attack that comes their way, despite being G rank, then I have a sneaking suspicion that there's an issue. Okay, Steel is Drake Great. Good to know. Ordinarily, I would complain about starting at base camp, but base camp is only one load zone away from Barrioff. Oh, we get to hear this music. Frozen Seaway is not my favorite map, but I think it has my favorite 4th gen music. Well, no, because Valstrax is 4th gen. Reiterate, it has my favorite 4th gen map music. And it's criminally underused. Rip. Oh, someone ate for insurance. How kind of them. Buried the struggle. Oh, and this is a game where breaking Barrioth's wings actually makes it, you know, move around more slowly rather than just making it slip way far away from where you want it to be whenever it jumps. Well, I pressed the button way too early, but I was not punished for it. Hooray. Okay, I pressed it at the right time there, but I guess I was facing the wrong direction. Oh, pressed R just a moment too early. Thank you. Is it just me, or is this game, like, in terms of monster speed and all that, a much faster pace than Iceborne? Like, I got no issues with Iceborne. I love Iceborne. But this Barioth feels way faster. I just parried Steel's Axe Strike, and I love that. Because it got me a shortcut into later parts of my spirit combo. Yep. Out of Valor mode. Sharp is unacceptable. Uh-oh. Okay, somehow I managed to finish sharpening. I'm cool with that. Okay, bye, Barioth. My least favorite Barioth is World's Base Barioth. Frostfang is great. But standard Barioth just... it's fine. But I just absolutely dislike how it moves around a lot, and rather than staying where it lands longer when it doesn't have spikes, it rolls over and just goes even farther away from you, so you can't even take advantage of the greater recovery time it has between when it jumps and when it can do something. Like, if they didn't kill the entire reason that you break the spikes in the first place, I'd be totally fine with it. But they did kill that reason, and thus I am saddened by Iceborne Barioth. Frostfang, on the other hand, doesn't move around so much, so the issue is practically erased. And that is one limpy Sabertooth. There we go. All right, Jojo, time for you to think of what quest you want to post. So the worst part about Valor Longsword, and longswords in general, they have no upswings and no moves that can launch fellow hunters. The most we can do is trip each other. And that is just, it makes me sad. Yeah, Wolfkinson, where are the 1-point flinch free decos when you need them? So also, weren't you using a switch axe? You're not trippable as long as you're in an attack animation. So just make sure you keep pressing buttons. Oh, someone else was using the switch axe. Okay. Yeah, Hammer is kind of suffering in multiplayer in this game. Especially because there's no just free single slot flinch free that you can put in. So this time it is JoJo's turn to post, and next up is you, Drake Great. Alright. Oh. Just a standard Savage Joe. Not even hyper. That'll be fine. I've got a Joe item set. It says Joe on it. That's how I know it's for Joe. And here we get to see a Devil Joe at its most actually hungry. So it's a Devil Joe that really acts like a Devil Joe. As much as I love World and Iceborne's Devil Joes, they lost the hunger part, and that makes me sad. Because, like, if there is one word that you can use to describe Devil Joe in every game prior to World, it's hungry. The hunger is the most important part of the monster and what drives it and how it behaves. But in World, it's like, yeah, I'll eat meat if I'm not in combat. Actually kind of saddens me that I think it's after Try, they dramatically reduced the amount of times Devil Joe would eat its own tail. Whereas in Monster Hunter Try, you cut that sucker's tail off and he's practically already eating it. Wolfkinson, doesn't the Joe Cena set use XR, which requires the hyper stuff? I could be mistaken, but I think it does. I'll never forget the first high-rank Kurapeko I captured in 3U. Where, yeah, of course, it called in a Devil Joe. And I captured the Peko. And literally the moment the Peko was in the trap and starting to sleep, the Devil Joe was like, oh, free food. Walked over and started eating it. I'll just mash. I got health. I'm kind of sad to see that someone dunged it. Because, like, my health wasn't at risk. And dunging it increases the chance that it will not eat the meat that I so kindly placed for it. Like, in solo, I will dung a Joe every single time. But if there's 4 players and only one of them is pinned and that one has enough health to last, I'd argue that it's much more effective to just not dung the Joe. Let the other 3 players go to town if they can get a flinch. It's better than a dung. Hey Hans, glad you're enjoying the content. I'm going to try and remember to ping the map as soon as I see this pickle start to fall asleep. I know I can't just say, oh, it's sleeping, like I usually do. Oh, ping. Oh. Well, he will never again try to eat that meat. Because as far as the game is concerned, he already has eaten that meat. That meat, it may appear on the ground, but it is inside his stomach. As evidenced by the fact that the meat is no longer there. Or, wait, no, it is. Or was that someone else's? I don't even know. Here, more meat. Oh, well, there's... Okay. It's a good thing there was still more meat for him to choose. Because he tried going for another meat, got flinched, which effectively destroyed the meat, and then tried going for yet another meat because it was there. As far as I can tell, none of us has a poison weapon. Which means some purple meat is a really good choice. Because Joe is incredibly weak to poison in this game. Only monster in the entire game that you can poison twice with just meat. Hans, it's already confirmed. Kezu is coming back in Rise. In fact, we got a like 1 second clip of it in the most recent commercial for Rise from Japan. So yeah, we have in fact seen Kezu in Rise, not just heard its roar. That said, Giginox is better in every single way. Fight me. Rip. Though honestly, I sincerely hope that Rise Kezu actually gets to play music instead of just being quiet. I know that it's a legacy thing at this point, but I've always thought it was a dumb legacy thing. All right, purple and yellow meats if you got them. Press the button just a moment too late. It's a herbal med. That's right. All of my item sets in this game were absurdly selfish for no reason. That was a thing that I had intended to fix at one point, but then I started playing World instead. Or Iceborne instead. This game came out after World. At least in the US. In Japan it didn't. Rip. Alright, he is going for something tasty. Or not. What were you going for, Pickle? The answer to your question there, Hans, when am I doing a challenge run in Monster Hunter 1? Never. For a variety of reasons. One, I don't have a system capable of legally playing PS1 games. Two, the game doesn't have online anymore. And three, I just don't want to. Okay, this time I did not have the help. Oh, good flinch. Yeah, I think Amatsukami's got the right idea being down here instead of up there. A little bit more space to fight this pickle. Ow! Didn't have to jump down on top of me, you jerk. The summoning circle is complete. Also, it's a little bit triangular, but just trust me, it's a circle. And since he's not mad, or not. Well, I guess he's mad now. And he's going for the purple meat. Tasty. Well, that poison didn't get to do its full damage, that's for sure. All right, Drake, great. Next quest is on you, so think about what you want to post. So you want to know the worst things that I know about Monster Hunter's first generation? I don't know if it's true of Monster Hunter 1, but I know it's true of Monster Hunter Portable. Or Freedom. The item box. It only ever gets one page to hold items. So if you want to have more parts, you gotta sell what you already have. Because you only get one page for that item box. Just one. Never more. Not ever. Just one page. And yeah. Drake, great. Yes, you are allowed to donate your turn. As long as the person whose turn was donated to does not post the same quest twice in a row. Oh. Goodbye, Amatsukami. All right, later, Kratos. I missed your message that you were heading out. So there's the hub ID for any other G-rank folk who want to join in. Passcode is 4567. Just eating real quick, then I'll put the thing back up. My favorite Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter World Iceborne because it's really super fun and I like just almost every change they made in it. There's a few things that are sticking points, but as far as actually playing it, it is my favorite to play. Though I do really like this one as well because it's got a huge variety of monsters and I love that. All right, Wolfkinson, sounds like it's time for your other idea. Ah, Rust Razor G5. An interesting idea. You and me both, Wolfkinson. Unfortunately, this quest will demonstrate my biggest issue with deviants, and it's the deviant theme. I wish every deviant got the treatment that Bloodbath Diablos got in getting a unique theme that isn't the exact same as every other deviant. Like, if they all got a very... Oh, I forgot to bring sushi fish. That's going to be unpleasant. Yeah, if they each got a variant on the theme that they would ordinarily have had, instead of just getting the deviant theme, would have been a lot more interesting. Really? It starts with Gravios? I may have soloed this quest on my Japanese game, but that was like years ago. I did not remember that this quest started with a Gravios and no crabs at all. Yeah, Kratos, I made the terrible mistake of saving all the deviants for last in base generations, and then going on to do all of the deviant quests back to back to back to back to back. Which in base world, or not base world, base generations, means 100 quests of the deviant theme in a row. And oh man, is that theme not good enough to warrant 100 repeats. Thought you were gonna laser me just because I was carving your tail? Fun fact, when I first played Freedom Unite, which was a little bit after I was done with Try, I got a PSP so that I could play Freedom Unite, because I wanted to play another Monster Hunter game. I didn't get too far in it, but yeah, at the time, Gravios was aesthetically my favorite monster in the game, with how far I did get, which was like the start of high rank. Nowadays, not so much. He's a boring rock. Also, I dropped that Freedom Unite file like the instant I learned that I could get Portable Third on my PSP. And, oh man, is Portable Third so much better of a game. The only thing Freedom Unite has it beat on is amount of content. Not quality of content, amount of content. Also, can I just say, this version of Glavenus' theme is so much more impactful than Iceborne's. Like, I love them both, but this one, it's just got so much more energy to it, and I love that. I see that hot tail. As soon as this guy comes down, I'm going to be all over that. Provided I don't get sweeped to the wrong side of the tail. Kind of wish this Gravios corpse would hurry up and get out of here. It's blocking things. Oh, hey. I just had to say the words. Oh, but I said I wish. Does that mean that that was one of my 3 wishes? Did I just casually use a wish that I shouldn't have? Alright, we got us a tail. Is this some Bursa? Nope. Of course it's not. It's a tail to the face and also a tear. Another big misstep they made with the Deviant quests in this game is the fact that every single Deviant quest is not shared progression, which is to say only the quest host gets the quest clear credit. It's the worst decision they made with Deviant quests, even worse than the music, because it actively discourages playing with multiple people or with randos. Because it's like, I want to get every Deviant quest counted as cleared on my game, right? But if me and one of my friends both want that, that means we're doing every single Deviant quest more than once. And goodbye, Glav. And now we get time to carve while we wait for Crab. Hans, the Switch version of this game is 30 frames. Oh, is that fish for me? I'll need to make room. Hang on. Oh wait, I've got one fish, so... Yay, more fish, thank you. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the only Monster Hunter game that has run above 30 frames per second on a Nintendo system is Monster Hunter 4U. Why only that one? Don't know. But only that one. And only on a new 3DS. Okay, he's got a Gravios skull. I hate when he has a Gravios skull. I want it gone. I love Rust Razor when he's got a Glavinus skull. Especially because that way he's actually, you know, Rust Razor and not just Laser Razor. But when he's got a Gravios skull, he's just a laser turret, and that's not a fun fight. Oh, rip. That was my bad. Shouldn't have done that there while you were already doing your burst. That was Iceborne mentality, making me think that there wasn't gonna be any launch from it. Rip. Also, these lasers are made even worse when you realize that it's Cenotar urine. Which also makes you really wonder, how much did this crab have to drink? No, don't go into the lava. For reals, though, how much has this crab had to drink? And my cat has decided that I'm not allowed to see chat right now. by interposing herself immediately between my eyes and the chat box. So, yeah, I can't see chat right now, but rest assured, there is a cute cat where chat would be. So, yeah, could be worse, right? I know the claws aren't breakable until he sharpens them up, but I don't recall whether the legs are breakable on this crab. I know they're breakable on the other crab deviant. Don't recall whether they are on this one. And them some breakable claws. Provided your weapon doesn't just decide to phase through them without contacting their hitbox at all. Arguably the easiest G5 deviant quest. There's like nothing to it. That is an interesting voice you chose, Wolfkinson. Are you sure you're not a Bullfango hiding under all that armor? Hello, Shadow Mega. Wait, no, we take these. All right, Akuma's turn to post a quest. And thank you as well, Great. No, don't delete it. Accept it. Also, I need to give mine. Guild card. Go, be free. There's the hub ID if anyone wants to join. Passcode 4567. You have got 5 minutes to join before we just go with 3. I don't even know what monster it is yet, because I have to sit here with this open in case people want to join. But I bet it's a monster. Just real quick, gonna... Ah! Raging Bracky, that's a fun one. All right, we have got 2 minutes, 40 seconds. I am actually going to take advantage of this pause here to use the restroom, so I will be back before we are done with the full 5 minutes. I see I've missed a mutiny. All right, well, looks like the 5 minutes are officially up. Nobody's coming. Which means there's nobody here to save us. Do I want to get blast res? Nah, I'll be fine, says the man who is about to die like 15 times to blasts. Also, don't forget to hydrate. It's a helpful thing. First person to cart gets this Easy Max potion and this First Aid Med Plus. Ningen Supreme, first I have to imagine a Monster Hunter game. Why am I painting him? He only can be here. But first I would have to imagine a Monster Hunter game being developed specifically for the PS5 and Series X. Which, yes, please, make one now, Capcom. I want it. But also, I imagine that's a few years off at this point. Like, maybe in 2 years we'll see something like that. But not right now. And yes, the good old days when Raging Bracky was big, but also just really slow compared to regular Bracky. Mostly differentiated by his bigness and his very high damage output, let's be honest, but yeah. They definitely gave Raging Bracky a lot of love in Iceborne, and I appreciate the heck out of it. Oh, nice. We interrupted the raid, which also interrupted him getting orange slime everywhere. Also, it's amazing how quickly that horn breaks when you have two hammers. Ooh, that's something that I need to actually remember. I can... Parrying his attacks when he's got orange fists, or really just when his fists are explosive, is a risky proposition, because I can parry either the fist itself or the explosion, not both. The game does not let me parry both at once. So if I try to parry a fist when he's orange, then I'm going to eat either the punch or the explosion. Which just is altogether not an enviable position to be in. Okay, needed to face the direction he was coming from, not the direction he was gonna land in. still amuses me that Frenzied Brachian 4U had the monster land speed record until Hyper Uragon showed up. Hyper Uragon, if his back is the hyper part, he rolls around at the speed of sound. He's got places to go. He's got to follow his rainbow. But, yeah, until then, Hyper Brachy would just dash super fast. And it was especially fun if you could get him to start dashing at the correct angle and distance relative to you that he would complete the full Brachy circuit. Yeah, if you were at the right angle and distance from him when he started dashing, he would, in fact, do a full circle around you, and it was just delightful to watch. This is not good. Or maybe it's just fine. I guess that's a narrower line than I expected. My brain always told me, oh yeah, that's definitely a cone, that explosion. But I guess it's a line, not a cone. Brachy, can you please get your tail out of the lava? I was punched to save you. Also, you two must have been going for different fists, considering they broke at almost the same time. Nice unspoken coordination. Or at least I assume unspoken. Unfortunately, despite this being a long sword, that tail is very high up, so it's difficult for me to reliably hit it. And with me being the only sever weapon, it's going to take some real effort to actually get that tail off. Especially considering this guy doesn't fall down to leg flinches when he's raging. Oh hey, I got it. Right as I was talking about how much effort it was going to take to get. I guess I did already put forth a lot of effort, but didn't realize how much. Either that or you two have suddenly discovered the secret cut hammer technology. And I don't want to live in a world where that's a true thing. Back in my day, hammers were axes, and they did not cut. Specifically speaking of the Freedom Unite Cenotar Axe Hammer, because that was a really good hammer for when you could get it. And it was an axe, but it did not cut. And now that my spirit is unhinged, I'm allowed to really play with this guy. Where's the second one? No, you're not doing the second one. The line explosions almost always come in 2s and G-Rank. Tired boy. It's almost as though he's had 2 hammers beating on him for the entire quest. Going for these fists. Okay. Well, that was painless. Oh boy, I sure do love getting regular monster parts from variants. So, I got some bad news to report here, folks. Based on the parts that I've received, this was not, in fact, a Raging Bracky. This was just a regular Bracky. Someone must have posted the wrong quest. I don't know why this regular Bracky had a couple Flashpoint Slimes, but, yeah, this was just a standard Bracky. Your turn, Wolfkinson. And once again, I will have the hub ID up for a little bit in case anyone wants to join. Passcode 4567. And my stomach is telling me that this next quest will be the last one of this stream. And then I'll take a 2-hour break to get myself some food. And to then just take some time to myself for a little bit so that I can get my voice back after food, because I like to eat things that stick to the vocal folds, and talking after that, it is not fun. So I tend to give myself some time to do some other stuff and whatnot. And then once that time is done at 8 p.m. Pacific, so that'll be in about 2 hours, 20 minutes from right now, we'll do another stream, G-Rank only, and I will actually post some quests. Not all of them, but some. in about 2 more minutes, I'll join that quest. And then we'll just go with 3. Crab, we are indeed currently doing G-Rank stuff. Feel free to join. Though this is the last quest of this stream. And then I'm going to take a 2-hour break, and then we'll do G-Rank only stream. Hub ID is as seen on screen. Passcode is 4567. Hey, Gavin. All right. That is a full room. All right, just Hyper Agna. I know it's not going to spend much time out of rage, but I might as well bring the Sonics. So, I'm going to let you folks in on the greatest crime that Capcom ever committed. Monster Hunter Stories. They added in Valstrax armor for Naviru. The mobile game, Monsty Drop, they added in a fully modeled out Monsty version of Valstrax. They did not add a Monsty version of Valstrax to Monster Hunter Stories in the US or in Japan. Despite having the model, despite adding a Valstrax armor set for Naviru, they never added one to ride. They never added the armor for the player. And that right there is the greatest crime that Capcom ever committed. Because here's a secret. I love Valstrax, like, a lot. It's a cool monster with a cool fight, and I would say the best music in the entirety of Monster Hunter Gen 4. But yeah. They just left all that potential on the floor. This guy sure does love his belly flops. And my fist says Sonics are not allowed. Well, that's fine, because Agnactor says that just walloping him is very much allowed. I would love to see Valstrax come back and Rise. But even more than seeing Valstrax back in Rise, I would love to see it in Monster Hunter Stories 2. Please, Capcom. Fix your mistake in the sequel. Like, if I'm being real here, I absolutely want to play Monster Hunter Rise. I know I'm going to love it. But right at this moment, I think I'm actually more hyped for Stories 2. I want to see more of Stories 2 than I want to see more of... Like, Rise, it's going to be great. I know I'm going to love it. I am content to wait for its demo and then its release. If I have to, because, like, the demo is next month, and the release is just 2 months later. Like, I'm not really going to get more hype for Rise. But Stories 2, I want to see so many more things for. Like, they announced it, and they haven't shown anything since, and I just want to see more about Stories 2. Actor, please burrow. I want to be able to hit your tail without hearing the bounce sound effect. What I wouldn't give for some slinger torches right about now. There we go, that's what we want to see. Still raging though, so no Sonics. How did I not get hit? My fist told me that Sonics were allowed. And when your fist has Challenger 2, you listen to it. I suppose the real way to say what I was saying about Stories 2 is that I've gotten to see enough of Rise to sate my appetite for additional info. Whereas Stories 2, we've got nothing since the announcement trailer, so there's just so much more that I want to see. I do fully expect to enjoy playing Rise more. Damn it, I want Stories 2, and I want it now. Tail's naked. Back in my day, we had to break all 4 of an Agnactor's feet if we wanted to get any talons in the rewards. Good job sweeping it over my head, Dingus. Well, it looks like you might have gotten 2 other people with it, so I guess I can't fault you too much. Alright, there's my job done. My fist says Sonics. My timing said no. There it is. Well, something broke. What it was, we may never know. It was the back leg, so we just got the face left. Well, this isn't... Well, actually, no. Yeah, that's a short-range laser, so it's a totally fine time to be sharpening. And we got that face break just in time. And we broke every part of the Agnactor. Hey, Paul Engler. Yeah, I haven't been the most regular streamer, but the past couple weeks I've been doing a lot more than usual because it's fun and I wanted to. And I am streaming right now, though very, very shortly, like once we get back to the hub, I'm going to be done streaming for now. But in another 2 hours, I will be streaming again with more multiplayer, G-Rank only, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. And yeah. And I'm glad you have enjoyed my past videos as well. All right, so that is it for... Whoops, wrong button. That is it for this stream. But, once again, I will be back in about 2 hours and 5 minutes for more GU. Yeah, hope you folks enjoyed this stream, and I hope you'll be back to enjoy the next one. See you then, friends.